I might print that after I finish Majora's Mask.
My plate's still fucked up, so there's...
Damn it, boy. Why are you fucking up your printer plate? Anyway, we left off with the party recovering the speedster bikes from GRIZBO and making their way to Cape Copper. Once you all made it there, it was just past sunset after your shenanigans for the day, and you quickly made your way to your rooms in the mayor's manor, not really seeing anyone or anything per se out of the ordinary for Cape Copper, but you do notice that it's rather quiet. You all make it back to your rooms, have a wonderful night's rest. Who's waking up first?
Roll a die.
Roll it.
Roll initiative.
2. I'm staying in my pot.
12.
Ooh, that's another
20.
thing. Ooh, you don't have your pot. Your room at the mayor's manor would be like a hot springs bath type style, but your pot is gone with the cart.
Yep. Actually, my pot got broke long before that.
I don't think it ever got broke, actually.
It was protected on the cart.
Yeah, it was still on the cart hanging. It just had sand covering it until
I thought it was
didn't.
taking tribute.
No, that wasn't a part of the hoard. That was a personal possession.
Why would you
Oog.
offer up the hoard as tribute?
And
Gotta do what you gotta.
Oog's property was not considered part of the hoard because it's outside of the hoard.
Yep.
It was Oog's property.
It was Oog's property. It just happened to be floating technically and attached to.
It was adjacent to property.
Adjacent to property owned.
Because technically, I think the rope was donated by Tulio, even.
Probably.
So that would have been a completely separate thing.
Okay.
But yes,
Okay,
you
if
are
we get our
comfortably
hands-
sleeping in your room.
Question. In the room, are there like drapes?
In your room, there is a small bowl of apricots, grapes.
No, like no drapes, like
drapes. I thought you said
curtains
grapes.
or like a window. Yeah, you're good.
You'd be on the second story. I would say there'd be like very thin, sheer, like linen curtains. Yeah.
All right. What kind of bed is it?
Basic, like feather bed. Maybe
Okay.
hay. Your
What
room is
color
very
is the
basic,
blanket?
if I remember very correctly.
Yeah. What color is the blanket?
Of your bed,
Yeah.
white. Like an
Cool.
off-color white, like an eggshell.
That works for now. Whenever I
Yeah.
get in before I go to bed, I'm gonna cast Fabricate on the blanket and turn it into a basic like robe that I can wear. That is clothing.
Bet.
Clothes beam turns my blanket into this world's first ever fucking snuggie. Get wrecked, nerds. Goes to bed.
Give me a roll. Just a flat roll.
Okay.
Performance?
And
No.
it takes me 10 minutes to cast this, by the way, because it's a casting time of 10 minutes.
Bet.
18.
Wonderful.
I can't make magic items. It is very much so just clothes beam. But yeah, it says you convert raw materials into products of the same material. For example, I can fabricate a wooden bridge from a clump of trees, a rope from a patch of hemp, and clothes from flax or wool. I figured with blanket, that would be a pretty easy fabricate into a robe. So very literally a snuggie, but with magic.
As you get settled for the night and start casting your ritual and it finishes, the sheet and blanket of your bed flies towards you and wraps you up. Think very Doctor Strange cloak situation and transforms into, yes, the coziest, fluffiest. Think mid-50s women's fur coats, but
That works.
fabric.
Yep.
And full length, like, robe, yeah.
All right. I can go to bed now. I have clothes at least.
But yes. What was everyone else's initiative?
2.
Mine was an 8.
12.
My initiative was 20.
Okay, Tulio, you are waking up first.
Coffee.
As you wake up and say those simple words and you look over at your mostly barren desk, from what you remember there was just a simple magical lamp upon it. You see a coffee maker. Just a simple pour over system, but a freshly brewed pot of hot water, grounds, and the filter and basin is there for you to create coffee.
Not as spicy as I usually like it, but that'll work. Go ahead and brew myself some coffee, and then I'll head on down to the main area where I think Betsy usually is, and just kick it until the rest of them make their way out of bed.
But as you wake up and get down there, you notice that the sun is still barely peeking over the ocean's horizon to the east.
I
You
got
don't
up real
notice
early.
very early, and you don't notice anyone in the lobby. There's no movement outside, but all the like couches, benches, coffee tables, general lounge area is completely open for the taking.
Alright, I'll just find a couch and chill. Like, just go ahead and study my new spell book. Me and my spell book are chatting a little bit, just sort of talking to it while I study it.
Bet. And Kronk, you wake up. The sun has just crested over the horizon. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna go find Tulio.
Chilling in a
That's
snuggie on the
honest,
couch, bitch.
As you
See-
walk out of your room and down the stairs, you just see a fluffy, pink, dark, long-figured draped across one of the couches in the lobby.
Tulio, where did you get that?
Magic.
Make me one.
You got a blanket?
I walk back in my room to grab my blanket.
I think you more of scurry and giggle like a little schoolgirl, because I feel like this is something Kronk would be very excited about. And as
Very
you
weird.
return, he hands you a blanket of silk and fine embroiders, almost as if there's gold threads sewn in every 100th thread.
Do you have another one of these?
This was the only one on my bed.
You got curtains? What do your curtains look like? Anyways, hold on. Give me 10
These are my
minutes.
curtains.
You go see if you got anything that looks like
I'll go
really
look at the
cool.
curtain. I run up.
You go do that. I gotta wait 10 minutes to make you this thing. So I'll make you this. Find me some cool fabric. Anyways, I'll just chill on the. I'm chilling on the couch, and I just have the blanket laid out like on one of the other things, and I'm just casually like doing the closed beam spell.
Mm-hmm. Kronk, as you get back into your room and look over at your windows, you get you get a wave of sadness as you realize there are never been curtains there.
Sad.
You've always requested to see the sunrise, as that is your hunter's routine, is to wake with it.
This is true. Maybe this motherfucker's got a fitted sheet.
There is nothing else on your bed outside
have
of that
10
single
minutes.
sheet because all you needed to sleep before was to feel gold.
Where could I find some neat sheets?
During the hustle and
Buford.
bustle, Buford, you would be waking up with the sound of Kronk running up and down the stairs multiple times.
God damn it. Crawl out of bed and wrap the blanket around myself like a sarong. So I'm man skirting it. I'll just mosey downstairs to the lobby.
What do his sheets look like?
His sheets would be almost similar to Tulio's curtains, a very thin white linen.
Nah, that won't do.
I'll say, if I remember correctly, orcs have a slight cold resistance, so they wouldn't really need sheets to sleep. They kind of just pass out where they're at.
I'll check his room for curtains.
As Buford comes out, he closes his door behind him as he moseys downstairs, and as you rush over and try to reopen it, in your excitement, you face plant into his door as it will not open to the...
Shit. Fuck. Well, there went that. Because Oog doesn't use blankets.
So as a quick thing,
I'm gonna go
Fabricate has 120 feet, so like range. So whenever I finish the rope, can it also fly and just appear on Kronk, just sort of like thump?
Yeah. It would definitely mimic the last spell that you casted to where it wraps around his body and, yeah, fits to him. Kronk, give me a roll. Were you expecting this? 'Cause I don't think you were.
I'm gonna definitely tell you no. Kronk wasn't expecting that. I'm not even gonna roll for that. That's a
So,
no.
as you run over and faceplant into Buford's door, this cloth also comes flying up over the stairwell and comes wrapping around you and then forms into a very sheer pink with gold. The gold threads are still there, every 100th thread. However, the rest of it is now a pink silk robe. Not as
Well-
fluffy, but
For half a second, I thought I was gonna die. Again. Oh. Okay, time to go disappoint Tulio. I walked downstairs to tell him the bad news. Well, no other threads, sorry, bud.
Damn. Well, you got your thing. Where's Oog? Is he up yet?
No, he is definitely still asleep, and as you glance up at his door, because it would be closest to the stairwell, you just see steam coming out of his room.
Oh yeah, in Buford, you totally saw Tulio just chilling in a snuggie on the couch, reading a book whenever you came down the stairs. Oh, and sipping coffee. Reading a book, sipping coffee. Muttering to himself in a weird arcane language with Kronk's blanket laid out next to him.
Gotcha.
Someone looks like they need some coffee.
Look at
He's
him go.
already out. Really, Ty?
Let's see, 14
here.
minutes.
New record.
Speedrunner strats.
Yeah, no, I should have gotten just straight monster myself.
But yes, what are you all doing in the lobby? Two of you have robes. One of you has a linen sarong.
You want a robe too, bud?
No, but if you can turn this sarong into a kilt, that'd be awesome.
I might be able to do that. I'm gonna try to do that. Clothes beam.
Give me a flat roll.
This is my favorite spell that I found, by the way. That's a nat 20.
Tell me what happens.
So his sarong just wraps up and becomes like the perfect kilt, like plaid and fucking everything. He has no shirt, he has nothing. It is just kilt. It is just plaid kilt.
Is it a great kilt
No-
to where he can have the crossbody sash, or...
He can, but he doesn't have one. He just has the kilt and nothing but the kilt.
Okay, he just has the base kilt. Gotcha.
Okay.
Beautiful.
But it is plaid. So now he has a half orc and a plaid kilt.
What color?
Let's do Christmas colors. It's green, red, and let's see. What's the other one? Green, red, and like black. We'll do those colors. Those will mix pretty nicely.
You look like a proper Scotsman, but your kilt almost looks like a green bumblebee.
Yeah.
Okay. I can rock that look.
Oog's got
So-
a gimp suit. He's fine.
So, Kronk, where you mentioned something about some really amazing lost and found.
Right. Where's Betsy?
Where's
There is no one in the lobby.
Okay, I'm telling you guys, we need to find resale for the like thingies that we drive around.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not necessary. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna go talk to Kuzco real quick. Just march on over, knock on his door. We got this shit. He's gonna give us the key to the lost and found that's downstairs. We're gonna go down there. We're gonna get some gear and some other shit, and we'll go and sell that other shit. So we still got our transportation.
I question the idea of selling stuff that's in lost and found when we don't know who it belongs to.
Well, it ain't gonna belong to us for very long.
As you go up the stairs and down the right hallway with the banister on your right and doors on your left, you approach Kuzco's door to only find a letter taped to the door, simply labeled Kronk.
Well, shit. I take the letter and I attempt to read it.
Why do you say attempt? You're making me double check your score.
Intelligence.
here.
There you go.
Your intelligence is 16. You can read.
Well, depends. Is Kuzco good at writing?
Yeah,
I
he
missed
has actually very elegant writing.
I'm going
That or
to
he
assume because
or he
Kuzco's a
dictated to
drunk
Betsy.
most of the time.
Or
Okay,
Betsy wrote it. Yeah, you don't know.
That's true.
Give me a second. My headphones are dying.
That was the only reason I said attempt was because Kuzco's a drunk.
Only sometimes. So
Only when he's signing laws at night.
Yeah.
So as you open up and read the letter, it simply says, Kronk, my last blood. I've gone off to adventure to find a new town, a new exploration. I'm taking Betsy with me, don't worry. I'm not cut out to be a mayor. And with our family dead at home, there's not much left for me to stay here. Wish me luck.
Well, Kuzco's dead. Shit.
I don't think he's dead. He at least took Betsy with him.
Here in the letter, it
That's that
clearly
you don't know that, Tulio. You just hear him say, well, Kuzco's dead.
Here in
I'm
this
gonna read
letter
it over his shoulder.
clearly states that he went off adventuring. Kuzco is Well, you've met him.
I've met you too, and you're alive. Sort of.
My luck. Hey,
Hopefully, it runs in the family.
It is
Why they're
technically
having this
your like fourth life.
While they're having this discussion, I want to try the door handle for his office.
It opens freely to an empty, very government-looking official office space with completely barren shelves, a desk with a high-backed leather chair, and nothing else.
So back to my idea of selling the bikes.
Well, I'm getting a distinct impression the town's abandoned. But sure,
There's 2 people that aren't here. We haven't been anywhere else in town, and Pike and Perp let us in. What do you
Literally.
mean abandoned?
I am being a defeatist right now.
You need to drink some coffee.
And that would
damn.
help. That would help.
Give me 2.5.
Most of the town is closer to the water.
Let's go down to see if 10's still here then.
What?
And our favorite jam distributor.
Oh, you got money to give the jam distributor? Do you?
That's why we need to sell the bikes and
And do
skateboard.
what? Walk? We are
Yes.
not walking nowhere.
Muchas gracias.
Kronk, we're gonna have to walk. I'm not really cut out for walking, but we're gonna have to walk.
Well.
We don't really have a choice, because where else are we gonna go? Back to Wellspring? What's there?
Where's that puppet bastard? We didn't figure that shit out either.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are we supposed to get back to that?
Well, like I said, my suggestion.
While you're having this discussion, I'm going through the
gonna
drawers.
find
I'm
this
trying to
key.
find this fucking key.
I'm gonna try to find this key. We're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna open up this door, and we're gonna hopefully find some shit. If it don't work out that way, well, I can always wild shape and steal some shit because no one would know it was me.
So what are you
I
doing
feel it's
in the
a
government's
lot
office?
easier to just sell the bikes. I'm gonna go and sell my trike, or try to. I'm gonna go grab my trike, and I'm gonna wheel it down towards the market.
I'm gonna go and stop him.
I can teleport way further than you can catch me.
I'm
Everyone
shuffling
that went
through the desk
into the
drawers.
office, give me a perception check, and Oog, you would be waking up about now.
Do I need to give perception check?
No, you can
12.
just get up, get on your gimp suit, and
Oh, wait,
leave your room
13.
and just see all of them in the hallway arguing.
Well,
13?
this is
Okay.
another
13.
beautiful day.
Okay.
12.
First one's a 16, and I have advantage. So what's my second one?
You're
Give me?
good. It was a 12. Y'all passed.
18.
You all see another letter on the desk. This one's labeled to the new governor.
Well, I guess I'll read that.
No, don't.
Do it.
As you reach for the letter, Tulio stops your hand.
Wait.
Think for just a moment before touching things. This is how we got into this particular situation in the first place.
A thought
Where?
passes your mind. How did Kuzco become mayor? Give me a history check.
Can I do a history check, please?
You were not a part of the specific conversation.
I go searching for coffee.
Yes, you distinctly smell some from
Nat
Tulio's door that he left open.
23.
I go make coffee.
You walk
It's
into
already made.
Tulio's
You just need a
stool,
cup.
And yeah, there's a cup and an already brewed pot of coffee.
And that's what I'm doing. Drinking.
Beautiful. Kronk, you remember the first night that you found Cusco and you were drinking together, he told you that the only reason he was governor is because he sat in the right chair.
Well, Tulio, I would agree with you, but from what I remember Cusco saying, is he sat in a chair and became governor.
You just said Cusco's drunk.
Well, that might be true, but
I go sit in Cusco's chair while sipping coffee.
Sorry, say that again. My headphones are glitching out. I'm plugging them in.
While sipping coffee, I go sit down in Cusco's chair like I'm king.
The letter instantly jumps from the desk into Oog's hands, and the flap opens. And the letter
The fuck?
inside starts to twinkle with golden, sparkly magic and jiggle back and forth.
Well, this is interesting.
Well, I tried.
well,
Are you gonna
What does
pull
the
it
letter
out?
say as I sit? I
It-
pull out the letter as I sip my coffee.
As you pull
Actually,
out the letter, it flies out of your hands and starts to speak. Congratulations, new governor of Cape Copper. Have fun,
Yes.
keep the town afloat, and you will receive funds from the government. We will contact you once a month on the Wayshard. Let us know of any new arrivals and developments. More details below. And very quickly, a very long contract slides past. And you just see it checkmarked at the bottom. Roll back up. And then land on the desk flat, lifeless.
Well,
Great.
Luke, I think you're the governor.
Oh, lovely. I now have land.
Well,
and
shit.
we've got a way to get money. But
I
now
don't
it's
think
like
it
our
works like
problems
that.
just kind of fix themselves, huh, Tulio?
I don't think it works like that.
I don't think that's how
either. I think
government.
this is gonna be awful.
I'm going to continue drinking my coffee as I mull this over.
But my next
Tulio,
question,
give me a history check for that's not how government works.
16 plus 5, 21.
You can very vividly remember from your schoolings as a kid as, yes, in the mainland and the main continent, this is not at all how government would work. However, your government has no claim to anything in the surrounding. You are simply an outpost in Cape Copper. Whereas developed, not a fully recognized as part of the continent.
I have very serious misgivings about this.
well,
You have a very strong disdain for the government back in the mainland because it was very corrupt and very obviously corrupt. Like, they didn't hide anything about it, it was just how it was, type of thing.
Yeah, but at least they're honest about it.
Honestly,
Which is
corrupt.
fair, and like, that's kind of
Like-
what they're doing here. They're sending you money to survive and keep the hold on the land.
So wait, if you're the new governor and you're also you're the face of the group right now, right, Oog?
Correct.
I'm currently the few individuals that stay alive in this group, so
Dude.
yes.
So
Did
did
we-
that is
did we just lose our mascot?
I think
that
it's
what
more than
like-
that. I'm not sure if we got incorporated into the government somehow because technically we're a part of a magical contract where he's the leader.
No, this would be an individual contract. It would not be for the entire party.
That's good.
We-
I
We
am
are
now
now
tied
government
to Cape
shills.
Copper until further notice. As I understand it.
I mean,
For the
there's
monthly
nothing that
board
said
meeting.
that you have to stay in Cape Copper. Yeah, you just have to report back once a month type of thing.
Oh, lovely. Rules.
But
And
other
we
than that,
will-
there is no, like, oversight, there is no restrictions, there is no purview of anything you want to do with Cape Copper now. You've essentially just gotten a blank check and the bill of sale.
I look over at Tulio. Tulio, do go searching for the accounting books. We might need that.
They're probably in that desk.
I
that you're sitting
think
at.
you were just made his bitch.
I just start opening the drawers.
You find the drawer on your right is empty. The drawer on your left has a key and a book within that is bound in completely black leather.
I do an investigation. Do I recognize what type of leather it is?
It is owlbear leather that has been dyed with elderberries.
Well, at least I know what this is bound in. I take out the key in the book. Do I need the key to open the book?
No, there's nothing locking the book. It is just a plain, basic book, and as you open it and read, you notice that it is the accounting books, but not for the governmental side. It seems to be a checks and balances of sending the excess funds that they don't need to keep the base town afloat to someone named Purple.
I look over at the merry party. I'm like, go searching for weapons anywhere we can. We might have to kill somebody.
Well, give me that key. I'm gonna see if it unlocks the lost and found.
Ooh, can I take a look at that book real quick?
Do. Please do, because I have a feeling this person might be an issue.
Can I do a deep study of this book real quick?
Yes, give me a investigations with advantage.
Oh, first roll is a 6, second roll is a 19, so that's a 19 plus 5, 24.
Beautiful. You would notice that this ledger is very much encoded. For obvious reasons, these funds are not going to the town for maintenance or development. These seem to be going to sewage and underground development of some nature. Quite a bit of funds, much more than what the town is currently getting for keeping the baking shop. It seems a rental on the 10 Retney tent and the bars that are the Dragon Tongue and the Spitfire.
The Dragon Tongue and the Spitfire are like the main places the money gets funneled to that then goes underground into places.
Oh no, the underground is simply alleged as Purple, which
Okay.
is obviously an alias, but you have no telling of where that purple money is going.
Okay.
But you can tell everyone else is getting their fair share for like daily wages and whatnot, but the vast majority is just going to Purple.
So
Exits goes purple.
as a quick question, one of the feats that I did get is what the fuck is it called? Blah, blah, blah. Linguist, which does let me make my own ciphers, and I do know quite a few languages. Could I try to crack the cipher?
Sure. What languages do you know?
I know Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Undercommon.
You would know that the pseudonym Purple would be a tie of two dwarvish names.
Okay.
And you only know two dwarves in the town.
I was gonna say, aren't Pike and Perp dwarves?
Yeah.
Pike and Perp.
Listen, I'm the detective here.
Question. In character, can I hear him mumble Pike and perp in his head out loud or under his breath?
You are the hub of the walkie-talkie system, so you can hear his thoughts clearly, but no one else can.
Out loud, I looking at him, I'm like, I feel like Pike and perp might want to talk with you. Do you want some
No,
assistance?
I mean, if you want to come, I can go talk to him.
I feel like it might be better to talk to them sooner rather than later to avoid some issues.
Shouldn't we have something we can hit back with?
No, too much aggression could cause issues, and worst case scenario, Tulio
Why
could
are we
throw
trying
me
to
at
hit
them.
Pike and Pup? I thought we were just going to go talk to him. Kronk, don't you have a key and a lost and found to go raid?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Buford, are you going with him or are you going with us?
Zoidberg out of the room.
I'll follow that dickhead and make sure he doesn't kill himself.
Do try to find something to kill other things with.
I'm
Yes,
pretty good,
boss.
actually.
So, Kronk,
I just
as
need
you
money.
Zoidberg down and over to the door behind the reception's desk and try the key, it doesn't turn. It
Well,
is not the same key that Betsy used to unlock it before.
I'd like to look behind the reception desk.
As you look behind it, you find some basic pencils, some stationery, and there's one drawer. No keyhole, just a drawer.
Like to open that.
There's a vibrator inside.
Well,
It has a very odd familiarity to it, but something that is a bit bigger than what you would have expected.
well, that figures. I just. Well, where else could she have put that damn key?
As
I'm gonna go
you
up and-
think this, a bit more modest than the mayor's chair, but still leather bound and rather nice reclining chair behind the reception's desk moves back and turns to you. You have a slight urge to sit down in it. It looks so comfy. It probably has seat warmers, and this was Betsy's chair once. Maybe it still smells like her.
Damn it! I know what's gonna happen if I
Of
sit down
sweet
in that
cinnamon and vanilla starts to
I'm gonna
fill your
sit in the
nose. As you sit down, the chair scoots up to the desk, and a letter comes flying in the shape of a origami swan and unfolds in front of you. Congratulations, new receptionist. You have full access to the mayor's manor and subsequent mayor's authorities, with approval, of course. The letter crumples up and tosses itself into the waste bin.
In your mind, you just hear, sounds like your oogs, bitch.
I would like to respond back, man. Yeah.
So the fun thing about this is you two can talk back and forth to each other, and Oog can hear all of this, but Buford cannot.
I think.
You just
Real.
need to believe.
Shit.
But yes,
All right.
you
That means I can manifest the key now.
want to try opening that drawer again?
I do.
As you open the drawer, you see the key to the lost and found.
I pick it up, I throw it at Buford, and I say, open that door. It's time to go. I'm gonna go and throw the close sign on the door.
Peacock, what's up?
I have minor telepathy in my feats, but it doesn't have a blurb. So
For minor telepathy, that would allow you to, connect to someone purposely and be able to communicate then, but you have to initiate the connection. It can't be a constant. Oogs
works for me. That's all I
is
was checking.
technically a permanent type stat
That's fine.
because he
So I can-
technically got that from Sat.
So I can tap in if I put for it in. Got it.
Yeah, you can chip in if you want, but you wouldn't hear any active conversations type of thing. It's
You
not like an open
haven't-
bandwidth, it's your own channel.
Yeah, you haven't clicked into the police scanner frequency yet.
And me and Tulio had the connection before, so
I'm taking
Oh,
my
no,
key.
he has connected
securing
with
the door.
Oog, so he can contact
Yeah, I can
one of
talk
you
to Oog.
two, or you could contact him, but you have to initiate that connection. And any connections made between you three, Oog can hear since he's the main hub. He's the broadcast and receiver.
I'm the antenna.
way to go, dispatch.
I'll
But yeah.
try the lost and found door with my new key.
It opens up, and are you going to walk down? It's a long spiral staircase that doesn't have a lot of lighting. It's very dim. I know that
Orcish
doesn't.
vision.
Yeah, I know that doesn't bother you much, but
I'll start moseying down. He said lost and found's down here.
beautiful. As you start walking down, Kronk, are you still sitting in the chair?
No, I've gone to put a close sign on the front door so no one walks in
Okay, bet.
downstairs.
As you get up and start walking over there at the same time that Buford's walking down, you see within your own vision a small pop-up of items in Lost and Found. Found, none. Lost, none. Lost and found, empty.
Shit. Buford, never mind. Come on back up. It's
I
empty.
don't think he hears you. He's too far down the spiral, and you're at the front
He's
door.
gone.
That's a solid 100 foot just from doors.
Do you have prestidigitation?
Buford, as you go down this dark spiral staircase and make it to the bottom, you see this dark, deep, long, what's the word? Things under Paris. Catacombs.
Catacomb.
Yeah.
There we go.
You see very long and stretched out catacombs with pillars every 20 feet or so and a ceiling of at least 40 foot high. Barren, squeaky clean, and as you enter the room, different torches and sconces light a flame and a brilliant blue fire. You can't see any walls per se outside of the one you came out of.
Well, if this is a lost and found, it's a shitty one. And I'm getting the heebie-jeebies, so back up the stairs. Since I can't do nothing, I punch for 0 damage. I'm going back upstairs.
I mean, I wouldn't say there's anything creepy
Aren't
about
you a
it.
monk?
It's
How do you
well
punch
lit.
for 0 damage?
Negative strength modifier.
If you're a monk, you use dex.
I'm a fighter, not a monk.
Oh, I thought you were a monk.
Nah,
Nope,
he's
fighter.
a fighter 10.
Okay.
No, the monk's on GIF. I think Griff has some monk levels.
Okay.
Yeah, that's space, Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm just
But
getting
yes.
classes confused.
As you head back up the stairs. Yeah, that's about it. Kronk, you put up the close sign. What else are you doing?
Well, I guess I should. Go find Tulio and Oog after Buford back up. That's the only reasonable thing to do at this point.
Fair. Tulio,
You could
as...
sell the bikes.
I thought you left to sell yours.
I got stopped and then stopped Kronk from grabbing the letter.
Oh, I thought you left after that. My bad.
Nah, because I went with Oog. 'Cause I read the book.
That's right. You two are still in the mayor's office. Well, Oog's office.
Yeah. We were heading to the wall to go talk to Pike and Perp, and looking like One Piece characters, I realized, with my big fluffy pink robe and Oog in the gimp suit leading the way.
Okay, perfect. That still works out for what I was thinking. Then I just had it slightly off.
Totally
I
doing
know we've been
the
shooting for the
cowboy
whole
walk
time.
too.
As you two leave the mayor's manor, you hear the door close behind you, and you just see a close sign appear out of nowhere, like bright, luminescent, closed.
That's convenient. Very convenient.
You guys head out and head up the ramp to the one tier higher for the main entrance. And you see Pike standing guard as he normally does. At attention.
Oog, I think you might want to take point on this, scene as you're the new governor.
Okay.
How do you approach Oog?
I approach Pike and Perp and inquire as to how their day is going.
Oh, it's the Froggy Man.
Yeah, so my morning has been less than pleasant. The coffee was subpar, though they tried their best. And I sat in a chair, and now I am apparently like the what was it? Oh yeah, the mayor.
You got the mayor's seat. Nice.
Yeah, I went and fucked up.
So, what can I do you for, Mayor?
Seeing as you're been the gatekeepers and I haven't seen really any other gatekeepers, I figured I'd ask you what really goes on around here.
Oh, well, you know, townly business. I mainly just watch the gate and make sure no ruffians get in.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to speak up from behind you, be like, so we were going over the ledger. We were trying to figure out how to direct funds. Holding up the owlbear leather book stained with elderberries.
Oh, is that so?
We're just trying to make sure that things get handled appropriately in town.
Well, I know the owner of the Spitfire, I believe, can help you out with business type things. I'm just a god.
You don't
Protect
get
the
paid?
people and whatnot. Well, I do, but I normally get paid from him.
Who's him?
The owner of the Spitfire.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm trying to find it.
That's I don't remember that one off the top of my head, which is
That
actually
was
kind
the bar that y'all, for some reason, refused to go to.
Yeah, that's right. We went to the other one that had the meat.
Yeah, you guys kept going to the Dragon's Tongue because I believe one of you
That's
was a
why
little
I don't
too
know this barkeep.
enamored with Betsy.
That's why I don't know this barkeep.
Guilty.
I haven't drank
Again.
there yet.
Yeah, the Dragon's Tongue owner. Well, actually, give me a history check. Let's see if you can remember, since yeah, you never really went in. You saw it. It had a fancy door, but you're like, nah, I'm good. Let's keep going. It's scary.
17?
You would remember that Drac Dawn, a Dragonborn, is the owner.
Gotcha. Old Drac. I'll go and pay a visit. Oog, you want to go get some morning beers?
At this rate, it might make the day better.
Didn't you say your coffee was bad? As
Indeed,
Pike.
but it wasn't horrible. So hopefully a beer can make it better.
Fair enough.
Quick question. Did you say we're talking to Pike or are we talking to Perp?
This is currently Pike. Pike is
Hey,
the
Pike.
only one standing guard at the moment.
All right. Hey, Pike. Quick personal question. What do you think of the robe? I'm trying out a new fashion trend.
Personally, do you feel bonita?
Yes.
Good, because you look bonita.
I
This is why you're
concur.
my favorite.
Well, y'all have a wonderful day.
Indeed.
We will try. We're gonna go get some morning beers.
He
After morning
throws
beers.
you a small vial with a very dark, murky liquid inside of it. This should perk you right up if you need a little booster for the morning.
I'll accept it, but I want to drink it with my beer.
I'm gonna say that yes, Oog is the one to catch the vial, because it is just
Uh,
like a shot, like a double shot size of a vial with a classic cork at the top.
Also, Tulio's kind of just doing fine because he didn't have to keep watch all night, so that's why he was up so fucking early. So I'm actually kind of just chilling.
Fair. But I say you did get the most restful and consistent night in a while.
Yeah, usually I'm up keeping watch all night, and I have to sleep in really late. So whenever I don't have to do that, wow.
Right? It's astounding. You can stay up with everyone and not be tired.
Yeah, I'm sounds like we're going drinking Dragon's Tongue.
So the Dragon's Tongue is down on the 3rd tier. So it's a little bit out of the way, more in the district that has all of the abandoned shops that y'all noted the first time you were here and investigated.
Okay.
But you get to the tier and head to the right and go down 4 doors until you find once again the door that is embroidered in, not embroidered, I should say, carved oak wood in the shape of a dragon's head at the top and scales, almost as if a snake with dragon scales is wrapping around the door.
Cool.
Interesting.
Hey, ooh, quick thing. I don't have money. Do you? I'm guessing that's a no.
I was about to say, Oog's character sheet says no. I
Mine
think,
randomly gained 15, but I don't know where it came from, so I'm assuming I still have 0.
Sorry, zoned out. What was the question?
it was an ask of if you have any money right before you walk into the bar.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, no, I left the money with the other people because they were spending it all the time.
I believe
And I was-
he did give it to Kronk in his 3rd life.
Probably. So before we order beers, we might want to figure out how we're going to pay for those.
Fair enough.
Both of you give me a history check.
Yep. Oh, I'm actually not good at this one. 13.
12.
I think Tulio would have been the one to notate this in the past, but you never remember seeing Kuzco pay for anything in town.
So maybe you can get a drink. I don't remember Cusco ever paying for anything, so I think you might be able to get a drink. So why don't you order a beer, and I'll talk to him about funding.
Fair enough.
All right. Game plan established.
Walking in?
Yep.
As you walk in, you notice that there's a bit more people here in the morning than you would expect. There's a few... Oh, let me pull up the sheets. You see one satyr that seems to be dressed similarly to you guys, with a silk throw draped amongst his shoulders, long blue hairs and ram horns, sitting in the corner enjoying a nice breakfast mash of some nature. You also see a woman, a human as far as you can tell, with long frizzy white hair, some odd blue hues upon her neck, and in a dress that I can only describe as Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle, like the
Okay.
old woman's dress, but she's maybe mid-30s. You also see a group all around one table. They all seem elven-born. Two of them have blue hair and blue armor of almost a paladin style with gold embroiders. And the other two, they're a bit different. They have very minimal armor of gold and black. One with chestnut hair and the other with a fiery red. All of their ears are proudly displayed with ornamental pieces such as piercings and ear cuffs. They seem to be enjoying very large pints of ale and very large pieces of meat.
Well, Nanoog, maybe you should mix it up with the locals while I talk to him. You know, drink, make friends, since you know you're kind of in charge here now, and I'll see what I can do about money.
I'll venture over to the Elven's table and see if I can start up a conversation.
I'll head towards the bar, where I'm assuming Mr. Drac is.
Yes, you see behind the bar a very large black dragonborn with eyes of embers and the darkness of the abyss. Cleaning some glasses, cleaning the bar.
Would you be Drac Dawn?
Aye.
Pleasure to meet you. Name's Tulio. I'm here with, the new mayor. That one over there, the frog one. His name is Oog. Oog Lagar. Or he prefers the Honorable Oog Lagar. But, I'm here because holding up the, what's it called? Accounting book. I was going through the accounts earlier, and I was trying to figure out where everything is supposed to go, so that way the town continues to run the way it's supposed to. And we went to talk to Pike about making sure that his salary was maintained. He said he gets paid here, so we're just going down the chain, making sure everyone is getting what they need in order for the town to continue. Oh, and I do believe that if it is I believe the governor asked if he could get a breakfast beer.
Aye. He pulls out a pint and fills it up and just speaks with his back turned to you. So, a basic rundown. You get the money comes to me. I pay the people.
All right, that works out. So that goes to like all of the businesses and everything like that.
Aye.
All right. So you're like the city's unofficial treasurer.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I make sure the baker gets his dough. I make sure the imps are paid. I make sure Pike and Perk are well taken care of. You
As
gotta
they
keep
should
the town
be.
safe, don't you?
Yes, you do. Pike and Perp should definitely be well taken care of.
So, when's the first Guildhall meeting?
That's a good question. I'll talk to the governor about that and get that figured out. I do believe he also has a new secretary.
Is that
I'll No, it's not me. It's
So you're the
Kuzco's.
secretary's assistant.
I'm more the guy who's good with numbers.
You trying to take my job?
No, I'm trying to make sure that you can keep your job.
Okay. I think we'll have a good relationship then.
Yep. My job was to follow where the money was supposed to go and make sure that the money went there.
Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Will do. Actually, one other thing. Before we got here, we sort of had a run-in with a couple god-type things, and we're a little strapped for money ourselves. I know that Kuzco said something about a bank existing here. Does that still exist with him not here?
Should be a room in the governor's office. The safe room.
You're the best. I'll make sure that you get that first shipment as soon as it comes in.
Wonderful.
And I'll take that beer over to Oog and set it next to him, and I'm heading back up to the governor's office.
So you set the beer down, and you don't say anything to Oog?
Nope.
Wonderful.
He needs to socialize. He is now in charge of these fucking people.
I pull out my blow dart.
Okay.
People.
With a trank dart,
Okay.
and I go to shoot Tulio in the foot with a trank dart.
Give me a second. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 13.
Oh, Oogs is 24. Yeah, no, he definitely notices everything that just happened.
That's fine. I'm not hiding it from him. He can hear my thoughts and shit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah, I'm not hiding it from him.
So,
He knows
yeah,
that I
Oog,
want him
go
to
ahead
stay here
and-
and socialize.
Do the thing, I guess. Roll the hit. With
11
advantage.
plus.
Go ahead and
Let's
roll again and
see.
see if it's higher.
20. Let's see, and then we're gonna go. What do I use for a modifier?
For your blow
Dexterity?
dart. Oog. Blowgun is a martial weapon. Add your proficiency bonus to the attack. But I said, do you want to convert damage to effectiveness with the paralytic?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll negate the damage dice since it was already, since you got a 20, that's a crit, that's double damage, and that's just a lot. I'm just gonna say you essentially statufy him. He stops
works.
mid-step, almost as if Medusa looked straight into your soul.
So I did a crit hit, and he stops in his steps.
Yep, right, like 2 steps away from the door to get out. And with that scene, we will cut back to Kronk. Buford makes it back up the stairs, and you go back to chill behind the desk, because I think you have a slight urge to now, or do you go chill in the
Quick
lounge
question.
area? Yeah.
His paralytic poison, is it his poison?
No, this would be one of his actual paralysis starts he got from 10.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get the key back from Buford and just, I guess, kick it at the reception area after I take the sign down, I guess.
Right. So as you go over, you notice that the sign is almost a proper neon sign to where there is no like flipping it or taking it down now. It is just a pull chain. Yup. And as you pull it, it changes magically from close to open. And it's just like a small, like foot by half foot
Hold
tall.
on.
Yeah. Like sign in the front door. But he goes back to the desk and sits down to chill. I guess we're gonna cut back to Oog and Tulio, the statue. So, Oog, as you move up to the table and get a better look at these elves, you notice that they all have rather fair skin of almost a golden hue. Some paler than others, specifically the female in blue, heavy armor, and the blue-haired male in heavy armor. They both seem to be very pale, whereas the chestnut-haired female in lighter armor has very pale skin, but she's a little bit more muscular than the other two. And the one with golden, like fiery red hair, you don't know if you're staring at a bear or a woman. Just from her glare of itself. It's very intense and very dominant presence.
I'm intrigued with her staring back, and I just keep on staring back right at her. And
well, she wasn't staring at you. That was just the general presence you got as you came up to the table. None of them really address you or look at you, almost as if they're not ignoring you, they're just unaware of you. They're very focused on their meal.
They're very focused on what they're doing.
Yeah, it seems like a group of adventurers that haven't eaten in at least 2 days type of thing.
Then I'm going to find an adjacent table after I go collect Tulio from the door. And I'm going to fold Tulio down into his seat and retrieve a drink from the barkeep for Tulio.
So there is no folding Tulio right now. He is like full rigor mortis, like stone stiff. So you kind of just place him slightly crooked, like straddling the bench around the table as you walk off with the drink that he brought over in front of him to get your own drink.
Mm-hmm.
And
I set the drink in front of Ook. It was for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but he's giving it to you and just gonna go get his own type of thing, and you're just kind of stuck dealing with it. We're aware. He's just doing his own thing now. But you approach the bar, Oog, and you just see Drac and his 8-foot stature stare down at you. Oi. Hello, new mayor.
Unfortunately, but yes, what do you recommend? What's the special for the day for drinks?
We have a nice collaboration with the baker. A raspberry mead.
Ooh,
50 proof.
Very nice, very nice. I do believe I will sample this raspberry mead. And sorry about the commotion. He was leaving too rudely. I couldn't allow that. He must at least partake of the drink before he leaves.
Would you perhaps think your reaction a bit extreme, Mayor?
He's been a bit rude in the past, and he's been working up to this.
As you say, sir.
I won't do it to anyone else, but he's got a little bit of a record.
That's fair, sir. I would like to remind you, even as the mayor, you are not outside of the law.
That's true.
I'm not gonna do anything, but just saying.
Yep, I'm still waiting to see what he does after this. It should be entertaining.
As you say that, the paralytic poison wears off, as he isn't accustomed to it anymore, but he is still a bit of a poisoner proficiency type person.
Do I notice he is now
I feel
back
like
to
he
being,
goes to limp
mo-
noodle over the bench and then springs back to having control of his muscles. As you say, it should be funny whenever he regains.
Do I have the raspberry meat in hand?
Yes.
As I'm sipping it, take a sip, I address Tulio. So, why were you leaving so suddenly without sampling the barkeep's wares?
Because I have no money and can't pay for anything.
That may be true, but I can treat you and we can at least promise to pay him afterwards. I feel like it's rude to leave without sampling his wares.
I mean,
I
you guys
promise-
are literally where his money comes from to pay everyone else, so...
I literally just talked to him about finances. I just talked to him about making sure that he is... If you... Did you hear my conversation with him or not? Yes or no?
I'm gonna feign ignorance. No, I did not.
I can read your fucking mind. I cast detect thoughts. I can literally read your fucking mind. I have it as max. I can cast it as a 5th level spell if I need to.
That's
Can all he
fair.
find
I'm
is
just
my
gonna
entertainment at
do
his
a DC
befuddlement.
save for...
He has a wisdom save that he has to make.
Yeah. So what is that?
It's a
16.
15.
Okay.
16
Aussie.
plus, am I at disadvantage?
No.
Well, my first roll was a 16.
He got advantage for attacking me. Can he not have disadvantage on a wisdom save for an out of the blue spell that is mental?
The only thing that I have for that is a thing that you don't know yet, so... I can't quite
And-
explain it right now, but no, you can't quite harm him quite as easily as you normally can right now.
Well, this isn't harming, it's reading his mind.
It's still an invasion of privacy that's unwarranted, because I assume he's fighting back.
That's if he
I'm
even knows
choosing-
that
I'm
I'm
choosing-
casting the spell.
He has
Can
a
I choose
constant
what he
mind link
sees?
with you, so he would know it's coming.
Can I not shield that mind link?
Not once it was opened.
I have, like, natural telepathy and a 20 in intelligence.
Okay, and he has a 20 in intelligence as well.
Right, so wouldn't that be dueling d20s at the least, since I have natural telepathy as well?
Bet? I'm just looking at Oog sheets, so yeah, I'm okay with that.
Rollies.
Rollies!
Let's see who
Let's
wins.
see it.
19.
19 as well.
Roll him again. Ties are negated, yo.
That's a 16.
15. He won by 1.
Ooh.
Do I need to add anything from my
Nah, these
proficiencies?
battling D20s.
Or just straight rolls?
Yeah, they're just straight rolls because your proficiencies negated each other's out, so it was just battling 20s.
So yeah, I'm locking him out of my head. He cannot read my thoughts, so he had no indication that I was casting the spell to read his.
Is that what you're using that roll battle for?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be a wisdom save.
Okay, so Oog, roll for the wisdom save.
$17. Do I need to give
Plus
any
4.
modifiers for it?
No,
Plus
that
4?
means he saves on it.
So
21.
then...
So the spell does not work.
Can I choose to allow him to see my immense amusement at his distress?
It's not even distress. I'm annoyed because
I
you
say, it's not
literally didn't
necessarily
listen to
distress.
me. I'm literally
you're
just
just-
actually
Just for
fucking angry.
annoyance.
No, Tulio is legitimately fucking angry because you froze me for something that I legitimately went and was trying to set up to make your fucking life easier. Tulio is legitimately fucking pissed. There is no fucking like any sort of like anything other than straight fucking pissed. Tulio used to be able to hide his shit because he got a fucking 20 in charisma. Not anymore. Tulio is actually fucking angry. He has been a angry motherfucking jaded bitch this entire goddamn time, and now he can't hide it anymore.
So does the frog pick up on this or not?
I'm not hiding it. I can't. I don't have the charisma
no,
anymore.
you just
Okay.
you do know this. You're
I'm
aware.
fucking fuming.
Okay. The frog's still laughing at you.
My mind is completely a blank wall to you, so you know nothing about the funds
Okay.
or how to get them. I am dipping. I'm gonna go sell my trike. Peace.
So he
I cast mage
assumes
armor on myself as I walk out.
Damn.
this is his side. So he assumes that I don't know anything about his conversation.
That's what you said. So yeah.
Okay. I'm going to finish the drink at the bar and then head back up to the main keep.
Okay. And now that Kronk is back, what are you doing at the registration desk as Buford gets back up the stairs?
I'm gonna go sit at my desk and take the key from Buford and put it back in that drawer.
So as Buford gets back up the stairs, yeah, you toss him the key. You see the new fancy sign that says open now instead of closed. What y'all doing?
Word.
In
What
case
should we do?
In case you didn't know, there's no lost and found down there, just empty catacombs.
Yeah,
Creepy blue torches.
I seen that come up. I know you were already downstairs. I tried yelling for you. Yeah. My bad. Didn't see that before you walked down.
So, any other ideas other than selling what we do have to go trade in with 10?
Well,
I mean,
we got our base clothes.
yeah, but that's all we got.
Well, if Tulio's so damn interested on selling this track, I'll take it down to 10 and see what he can give us for it.
Okay.
So why don't we go ahead and do that? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk out, I'm gonna grab the track, and I'm gonna start walking down to 10s.
So as you guys leave the front door, you would see Tulio coming up the ramp with some mage armor on.
Did you kill somebody?
No, but I'm probably going to. Hand me the trike, please.
What's going on, buddy?
Making decisions when you're emotional is a bad life choice.
I was already going to sell the fucking trike, so give me my trike. I paid for it. I'm getting the money for it.
Ouch. All right, there. You can have the track. Here you go.
Thank
We
you.
were just getting ready to take it down to 10 to see what he could give you for it.
Yeah, after I just got shot in the fucking back with a blow dot from Oog, I don't trust any of you right now, so I'm gonna go get my own shit. Bye.
Yeah, you're good. Well, hopefully we'll see you a little later here.
Cranky.
Ooh, shot him?
He is kind of a dick like that sometimes.
Yeah, but, I mean... Oog? Shot him?
I reiterate, he's a dick like that sometimes. We just normally overshadow his dickishness. So, are we going to do that, or are we going to try and... Because unless Kuzco ran off with all the money for this place, it's got to be around here somewhere.
It's gotta be here. And I do have a key to everything. So I'm going to go
Scooby-Doo?
ahead and... Yeah, let's do it.
Scooby-Doo.
We're going to go ahead and look around. We're going to take the key with us, and we're going to look around for if there's any cash or anything.
So as you go to each door, some of them have nameplates such as Urals, and there's some that are still blank. There's the mayor's office, and then there's also the safe room at the very end of the hall with the mayor's room.
This has to be it.
Hopefully.
All right. Let's open this bitch up and see what's in.
As you put the key in, it turns, and it opens, and you see 2 large wooden chests full of gold.
Well,
Are they labeled?
No.
Mr. Secretary.
I'm thinking.
I was about to say, technically, the secretary's ledger isn't with the secretary, so...
Yeah,
We-
not right now. Left it in the desk.
We could take all of this and just leave.
We could. That seems short-sighted. But we could. What's my intelligence? I need to double check. Yeah, no, I'm good. That seems short-sighted since Oog and you are kind of officials of the city now.
Well, so
We
were Betsy and
could-
Kuzco when they just pieced out.
Yeah, but they left the money. So if we use it, we gotta replace it at the bare minimum.
Yeah, but at this point, I'm thinking Kuzco was kind of pushed out. It seems like he left in a hurry. I can't confirm that. It's just
Gut feeling.
a gut feeling.
Well, want to at least count it and see what we got, or something. Because 2 big chests is a lot for either one of
That
us to
is a
carry.
lot.
Because I'm not beefy anymore. I'm kind of stringy now. I look like a swimmer or a cross country runner a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Let's count it out.
Left or
As
right?
you think that, a screen pops up into Kronk's vision that says 2,376 gold.
Whoa. Okay. This is crazy. I've got the gold count right here. It is, what was that number again?
Fuck.
2,376.
Yep.
Thank you. Right, that sounds really cool. It is 2,376
76. Yep.
gold pieces.
So, do we want to do a shopping list and see how much of that we need to get what we want from 10? Or do we just want to go bonkers?
Well, I don't know that, like you said, I don't know that this is all ours.
Consult
It depends.
party?
Well, it would appear.
And as you say that, Kuzco, a calendar comes up that just says, it's more of like deadline countdowns of payment times for getting about half the money to Drac by the end of the week.
Well, apparently, from all this information I'm being over inundated with this new position,
I was about to say, as the secretary, you're kind of integrated into the system, so...
there, we gotta give half of this to Drac by the end of the week.
Okay. So let's budget the half not going to Drac.
Well, okay, give me a second. Let me see what I can see what else has to be spent on. I
Good call.
try to figure that out.
Because I'd rather not be wanted by the only point of civilization we know about. Just
by
saying.
looking, right. By looking at said calendar that popped up, I'd like to see if there was anything else scheduled for the immediate future.
Give me a Arcana check. It's not a hard one, just in general.
This is a 14 plus 7, so 21.
So you get a full, essentially, desktop display pop-up within your own vision that you can interact with. There are different sections and files that are labeled town management, town sewage, and town cleaning.
Do town cleaning.
You see that there's a automated magical cleaning cycle set for midnight every night to clear the streets of any impurities.
That's where the bums are going.
Right? All right. Then I will go to sewage.
That would just pull up a very large map that would show you the underground tunnels and sewage lines of Cape Copper. Most run directly down and out to the sea, but you notice that the catacombs specifically branch out almost, from what you can tell, halfway to Wellspring. But you can't see quite where they end or where they come out. There's just tunnels.
Okay. And then what was the last one?
Town management.
Click on that one.
It would show you, like before the calendar, a kind of countdown for deadlines for when things need to be paid, but you'd also see one for when you get paid, which the next payment doesn't come in for another 3 weeks.
All right. So it's showing here that I don't get paid for another 3 weeks. So
And Drac gets paid about every 2.
and Rat gets paid every 2 weeks. What are we
That means all
paying?
the money goes to him.
Yeah.
Most of
Damn.
it, and you can come to find that most of the money that would have been quote-unquote extra seems to be gone, just withdrawn.
Well, that's odd. Got a hunch that's Kuzco's doing.
Kuzco, or did Betsy not want to go out there with nothing?
Well, Betsy's the smart one.
But you do have enough to pay Drac, and you might have a few extra, like 100 gold pieces after that.
Well, I'll go get Drac at the end of the day and tell him to and get all of his shit. Until then, I guess we should probably lock up this door. Keep this safe. So that's what we'll do, is we'll walk out and I'll lock the door back.
Okay.
So we're selling the vehicles.
It would appear that we're going to have to sell the vehicle.
Peacock moment.
Mm-hmm.
Was it just Tulu and Oog that knew about the purple account, or did we all get informed on that one? I'm scratchy on that.
I think it was just those two.
I think it was just them that got a good look at the ledger.
Okay, then I
I
can't.
decoded
I
it. He
can't-
was reading my thoughts.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I can't chip in suppositions, and I don't know about the map, so I can't chip in about that. Okay, that's it. Well, it looks like we're selling the vehicles to re-gear then.
Yeah. It sucks. I wish we didn't have to, but, you know.
It seems like we might be stuck here in town for a minute anyway, if you guys don't get paid for a while.
Well, I mean, that's true, but. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you still have the the bicycle and the skateboard.
Yep.
But with that, we will jump to Tulio, who has just arrived at 10 retinies with your trike.
10. This thing is amazing. However, all of our other forms of transportation have been stolen, along with all of our stuff. So I find myself in need of money. Is there any way that I could sell this back to you and hopefully come get it again later? Because this thing, it's not that I don't like it, because I love it. But hard times are hard times.
Give me a charisma check.
Shit, I'm bad at these.
You still have a +3. You aren't that bad.
10.
A bag of 400 gold pieces gets pulled out from underneath the floor table that 10 is sitting at. He drops it onto the table and gestures for you to take it.
10, you're my favorite. This is why I only do business with you.
As you pick up the bag of gold and you turn around, you hear a snap and you see your tricycle that's just outside of the tent start to inflate and bulge up, and it becomes a very large balloon that ties itself to the top of 10's tent and just floats there.
I like your style.
As you leave 10's tent, the smell of fresh croissants, baguettes, and the morning jam wafts over you from the bakery at the top of the coast.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get breakfast now that I actually have some cash.
Gonna go get some of Gunther's grub.
Yup.
Wonderful. With that, we will cut to Oog in the Spitfire. You've just finished your drink, and you still have another sitting next to you.
Well, that's a shame. I left it here for him. Oh well. I take out the vial that Pike gave me, and I drop it into the drink.
The cork pops off, and you see a light foaming start at the top of your drink.
I dunk it straight down into the drink.
So essentially what you just took was dwarven espresso mixed with the mead. I don't know what to call that type of car bomb, but yeah. Dirty dwarf.
death.
The dirty dwarf car bomb.
Seems accurate.
No, it's forge set.
Forged it.
I'd take it, yeah.
Forge set coffee.
And you just made a new drink, Oog.
And I proceed to sip along on that.
I don't think it's much of a sipping thing since there was a little bit of dairy in the coffee espresso.
Fair enough. I chug it.
I was about to say, the foaming was more of a curdle.
That's not much of a deterrent for Oog.
No, but you down it, and you've noticed that the seeming adventuring party has finished their food and started to leave and head out.
I head out as well and call out for their assistance.
Let's see. Yeah, it would be him. So the slender male with heavy armor turns and looks at you, and you see within his piercing golden eyes a slight curiosity, but also no, that's just about it. Just curiosity mostly, but you're not sure for why. It could just be because you're a grunge in the area. You're not exactly common scene.
Or the fact that I'm wearing a gimp suit.
Or the fact that you're wearing a gimp suit, yes. But he turns,
Yes.
looks at you. You need hope?
More just curious inquiry. I was wondering why you seem so ravenous. I didn't want to be rude while you're eating, but did you have some great adventure you just returned on?
Mostly just scouting. With the recent cataclysm, the terrain's changed quite a bit. There's a lot of remapping to do.
Is there anyone I should consult on this remapping?
There's a couple adventuring parties out currently. We only cover about 5 square miles each, but we just made it back. I think we're the first. That's why the town's rather quiet.
That explains it. There's something odd about the town recently. Thank you for enlightening me. I'm assuming the Adventurers Guild would have the updated map whenever that would arrive.
It would go straight to the mayor's office for the secretariat B to conclude and combine.
Okay. Is there any change in the workflow coming through the Adventurers Guild?
Not much of a difference. The town hasn't been attacked in a while, so it's mostly just foraging, food gathering, and survey now.
Good to know. Thank you for your time, and then I proceed back to the manor.
Nice.
And then I proceed to fill in Kronk about the information I just found.
Wonderful.
Telepathically.
Oog walks up to you and just starts staring at you deeply into the eyes, and he's just hear an info dump in your head.
Urgh.
Was that painful? I say verbally.
Urgh. You know, I really dislike that sometimes. Actually, most it is not comfortable.
Okay, we're not going to do that then.
All right. Yeah, tell me next time.
At least a warning might be nice.
Warm him up to it before I just shove it in there.
Yeah, at least let me get some time to spit on.
Get you lubed up first, get some drinks in ya.
Yeah.
Anyway. Buford, what are you doing?
I'm oblivious, so I'm figuring I'm waiting till we head down to start moving down to Ten's tent with Kronkers, because I've been hanging with him all day.
I'd say you guys and Oog would have met up about halfway down the ramp.
Yep. So let's go get geared up. That way we can do something about this money problem. Maybe.
I inquire as to whether they found the money in the manor or not.
Talk to your secretary, boss.
Well,
Secretary?
I did, but none of it's available.
It's all destined to necessary routes.
Unless we
Earmarked.
want to talk it over with Tulio and, go murder Hobo on this.
Yeah, I kind of pissed him
Why?
off when I shot him in the foot.
What?
Yeah, and there's another thing. Why?
Well, he abruptly left the bar without saying anything, and I just felt it was rude to leave the establishment without imbibing in the drinks.
So instead of talking to him, you shot him?
Well, it was a trank dart.
But still, I mean, is that some like weird grunge thing or?
I guess it is. I didn't really see any of you doing it, but it was kind of a thing. Sorry.
I
Bad
think it
habits.
was one of his like more hardcore training regiments, as he was a general of a platoon in the military. Is the only type of reasoning I can find here, but
Well, that Tulio's been poisoning us every day in our coffee anyway.
you've
So
been willingly poisoning yourselves.
I'm not
He's
saying
warned you each
that.
time.
I have not lied. The only time that you guys even checked was the time that I told you that I didn't poison it, and I didn't poison it. I have
Literally.
never lied about putting poison in the coffee.
I'm just saying,
That's fair enough.
questionable substances in this party are a natural thing, okay?
So it's natural to be weary and a little skeptical at all times.
Can we roll back to this murder hobo thing? Because I'm not understanding the
Alright.
need for that. I'm not clued in if there's something y'all haven't told me about.
All right, so this is just a thought that crossed my head that Oog has probably heard. We'll sit here, we can steal all the money, and we kill anyone who tries to stop us. I mean, obviously, we'd have to go to 10 and give him most of the money for weapons, armor, and whatever else, and then we leave with what we got left.
I look at my new secretary and be like, do we have all the information on this area you would like to go murder hoboing on yet?
Here, I think, is what he's talking about.
Everywhere.
No, we need more information. We are not going to start shit with a possible dragon
Huh?
until we have information. I don't know if there's a dragon. We also didn't know there were catacombs either.
Oh, well, I
I'm
mean,
going to assume the
I-
worst until I know otherwise.
I kind of knew there were catacombs.
Grunge are naturally afraid of dragons.
So now that you two have access to like inside information, apparently, is there any way you can figure out how big the catacombs are? Because all I saw was catacombs at the
They
bottom of the
spread.
stairs.
They stretch a ways. I'm not sure how far, but a long ways.
I'm smelling lair.
As you guys are talking, you notice the adventuring party that Oog spoke with earlier pass you by and head up to the, not the top terrace, but one down and head to the right.
Well,
So
They're
not
going to the
ma-
mayor's office.
Maybe.
Do we know of anything that way into town?
The
I'll
mayor's
tell-
office.
Just the mayor's office, really, yeah. You haven't
Well-
really gone behind the mayor's office, but you assume it's just cliffside.
Well, shit. All right. Seeing how as they're heading back to our office, I'll head back there. Seeing how as that's what I'm supposed to do now. And y'all go ahead and take care of these, and we'll find someone to delegate my job to while we go down and explore the catacombs if that's what we so choose to do.
I'm just saying we don't have to travel.
Yeah, I
Mm,
mean,
Can I do a what is it? A history check as to whether or not I have any information on the catacombs?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 20.
As you think about the catacombs, unbeknownst to anyone, but similarly to Kronk, a holographic panel appears in front of you of a map, a massive map of tunnels that connect to, of course, the catacombs below the mayor's office, but stretch out so much further, at least to the Golden Oak Forest.
Well, if this isn't creepy, I don't know what is.
oh, or are you seeing it too?
Yeah, I'm seeing it too. This could explain why
mean-
we're having so many incidences.
Cape Copper was a mining town. It's kind of made out of copper.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
still, you never know what set up shop.
so you're gonna go work the desk real quick. Me and him will go sell shit and gear up. I think you said out loud about a mental connection so you can give Oog your shopping list?
I can do that. Oog, maybe you should go and tell Tulio you're sorry, like fucking in person instead of over the radio.
I
As
mean,
you guys are
yeah,
chatting, we cut
but I think I need to get a peace offering first.
over to Tulio, who just arrived at the bakery with the fresh baked goods and sweet jams in the air. You see Gunther, the gentle ogre, start setting them out for display.
Gunther, I need whatever your favorite kind of bread is and whatever the jam of the day is, please.
Oh, right away. He grabs a scone, grabs a knife, and whips out some jam of a dark black color. Somehow spreads it, but also stuffs the scone with the jam and hands it to you with a small, like, 2-finger teacup of espresso on the side. Here you
How
go.
much do I owe you?
2 silver.
I've only got a gold. Will that work?
Aye.
All right, here you go.
You toss him the gold. He grabs it. He walks back into the shop and comes back out with a whole platter of freshly baked croissants and puts them down on a little like round table next to you with 2 chairs beside it. Here you go, your order. Have a nice day. And he goes
Thank you,
back to
Gunther.
setting them out.
I'm just gonna chill and eat my breakfast. Sip my espresso. Oh.
You find
Look over my book and see if I can figure out something to do for revenge.
As you go over your book and sip your tiny cappuccino, you get a sudden rush of home. Not the home that you came from, but the home you made after you left your family. After you left all that drama without getting too deep into your backstory. It's almost as if you're on vacation. It's pleasant, peaceful. The waves, the glow of Cape Copper. And I'd say it's only like 6, 7 a.m. still. Still pretty early.
Yeah, I woke up pretty damn early, and so did everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna snag the rest of these scones and take them with me if we're on the road.
You got 1 stuffed and jammed scone, and then you got a baker's dozen croissants.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
Gonna take those with me if we're on the road snacking.
Hell yeah. Do you have any pouches or bags or anything, or are you just stuffing your robe? Because I will say you have enough pockets, I just need to know.
I think I have a, I think I just am putting them in robe pockets currently. I haven't, like, bought a bag. I needed to go eat first now that I actually have money, and now I can go and buy stuff from 10.
That's fair and true. I just imagine Dulio walking down the street
With a fuckload of croissants.
croissants just falling out of his pockets. You're not losing any somehow, but they are still just like fumbling around.
Yup.
Beautiful scene in your fluffy pink robe.
I like this robe.
It's a quality robe.
It's a
But
snooky.
you
Fucking
make it,
love it.
back to 10s.
Okay. I'm just gonna like send you God a quick shopping list of basic shit, but yeah.
How many fingers do I need to hold up?
Hopefully not much. Most of this stuff is really cheap in PHB. So I
Pretty
need
basic.
like a yeah, it's literally just like a bag, component pouch,
Okay.
fucking
I'll let you get that together and cut back to the rest of the group.
Yep.
So we'll leave you actually chilling next to the bakery
Okay.
while you get that ready. But yes, everyone else. Buford. Oog. You're heading to Tens to sell the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
carts?
Skateboard and other bicycle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's start with you two. As you guys make it down the ramp and to the port itself, you see Ten's tent and a new tricycle balloon floating above it.
Well, that's new.
I'm assuming one of us already sold our trike as planned.
Yeah. He really was like legitimately pissed when he came and got it. Anywhoosies, I'll go in with my skateboard under my arm.
Yep, I follow along.
Hey, Ted.
He's looking at you. He doesn't really speak.
Judging by the new awesome balloon over your tent, you've already been informed of our current financial issues. Could I pawn or leave as collateral my skateboard so I can re-gear and start earning money again? And then come get it back from you later, maybe, if I can spin up enough. Please.
He gestures for you to lay it on a table.
I nicely put it down on the table in front of him.
As you do, he pulls out a bag of 100 gold pieces.
Thank you, Ted. I appreciate it. I'll step to the side for Oog to do his business, and then I'll just give him a minute before I start spitting out my shopping list.
He picks up, as you guys shuffle and step aside, he picks up the skateboard and just yeets it out the front of the tent with one of his tentacles, and almost as if the sound of a balloon popping, it inflates and ties itself to the top of the tent next to the tricycle.
Nice.
So I approached him and be like, hey, so I need to trade the tricycle because I am financially inadequate. And I start to read off the list that Kronk gave me. If Kronk would like to read the list off to me, because I'm giving him a knock-knock mentally.
We need armor, weapons, and provisions. We need to get back on our feet.
So adventure starter kit
Yeah,
for Kronk.
Adventure stuff. Pretty much. Whether you can give it to us basic or not.
I read it out to Tim as he says it, and then I tell Tim that I'm getting all this for Kronk.
As you say this, the bicycle inflates outside of the tent and ties itself to the top similarly to the others, and he presents 3 adventurers pack of basic gear.
Nice.
So you have 3 packs that if you utilize, you can pick a basic loadout for your specific class, whatever that may be.
Kronk, anything else?
Well, do we have any money?
Tim,
Don't
can
figure
I
we
get
have
anything
anything
else
left over.
for the trek, or is this what the trek's worth?
He didn't present anything else. He just
Okay.
has the adventure packs that customize per person.
I reply to Kronk, nope, that's all we get.
Well,
I've got 100 gold. Are you doing this
And
in your head or out loud to the room, Osty?
in my head. And then
Okay.
I look over at you and be like, I'm currently talking with Kronk to make sure I get his stuff right.
Okay.
And then
well,
I blew Kronk in on the how much money he got.
tell Buford to get whatever he needs on top. Make sure that if he does get something that is useful, for it to be useful for all of us. Because we've got so little right now.
I'm just acting as a voice piece in between the two of them.
Yeah, and you can definitely redirect it so that Buford can hear this too.
Ooh, I'm gonna type Buford in then,
So yeah,
so
you
they
have
can
a
talk
chain
to each
call.
other. Stand by,
Yeah.
connecting Buford to Kronk.
He gets an
Proceed.
imaginary, or not imaginary, a holographic pegboard that he's just switching. It's only one cable, but
Am I getting one of these 3 bags that Oog got?
Well, I'm gonna
technically
get.
they were all given and presented to Oog. He can distribute as he pleases.
Yeah. So, Oog,
As-
am I getting one of these backpacks or is one of these for Tulio?
as he says this, I give it to him and I keep the other two. I'm like, as far as I could tell, I still have the better kid out of all of us, so I don't really need one. So the other two are for Kronk and Tulio.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Kronk, how about we crack these backpacks, see what we're working with, and then I've got 100 gold from the skateboard, and we can get any specialty stuff that's not in the backpacks
Right.
at
Well,
that
I'll
point.
tell you what. You can crack yours open, and when he gets it back to me, I'll do mine.
10, do you mind if I open this here, or do you want me to, like, give you room to do work business?
He shrugs.
Okay. I'm going to go in the back corner. Cow! So, just like an adventure pack or whatever that's preset in the game.
So you get one weapon you're proficient in, one armor set that you're proficient in, but it has to be basic gear. Common, nothing special added.
Okay.
It is
That's-
essentially a all-around beginner's adventures pack.
Inventory.
So as you activate this backpack, the top flap opens and you stare down into it, into the dark, deep abyss, and then you get sucked into it.
Okay.
Essentially getting pulled into a character customization screen, and it was like, pick your armor, pick your weapon. And depending on class, race, and whatnot, magic spells and shit.
Okay.
That's it. Let me know when you get that set up, and I'll refresh
Yeah,
your page
I'm-
to approve or not. Kronk, you're heading up to the mayor's manor.
Yes.
So as you get up there, turn the corner, and make it to the front door, you notice that the closed sign is still on. The door hasn't been opened, but you notice for the first time, somehow you've never really registered it was there. There's a drop box.
Well, right. I guess I'll get into this.
As you walk over to it, you can very audibly hear and very clearly hear a very large latch unlock and the front of it just spills open with a few, yeah, I'd say only a few, like, map parchment papers of different areas that have been mapped and left for you, the new secretary.
Shit.
So, like, there's
I-
3, but they are
Uh,
large because they are 5 square miles each.
I guess I better get these inside and update our map so when we go out, we won't kind of know where we're at. So, all right, I'll get to work.
So
Do
you pick
exactly
up the
that. I pick
maps.
thing up, go in, and flip the close sign to open, and then start doing cartography, I guess.
So as you walk inside, set the sign to open and lay these parchments down on your desk. They all automatically arrange, just none are connected.
Well, that's handy. Maybe I should well,
There we go. I got my equipment done.
well, maybe I should put these up on the wall or something. Wherever these go.
Just a second.
You're
Okay.
fine. Yeah, I think the last thing I want, I'll have to go talk to Ted about.
Okay, sorry. What was that, Kronk?
I'm gonna try to find out what to do with these, whether put up on a wall.
You could direct them to go up on the cork board behind your desk on the wall.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
So they all, as you look at it, look down at the papers, look at it, and are like, go there. They all just fly over and pin themselves to the cork board.
Fantastic. Magical.
You have access
I
to the
hear him say
convenience
this?
magic. Yes, 100%.
Yes, you are, Boo Boo.
Oh, shit. I forgot you can do that. Knock that off.
Give me
I'll take that into
a
consideration.
will save.
That's a nat 20.
You cut off the communications to where Oog can't listen to you anymore until you reinitiate the connection.
All right.
My switchboard has been cut.
Yeah, you see one of the you only have, what, 3 peg holes, and one of them gets, like, hazed over and capped.
No, 2 of them should be
Or, yeah,
hazed
2
over.
of them, actually, so you only have to Buford.
Well, this simplifies things.
1 cord, 2 pegs. Works out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd like to try to see if I can't do any more research into the catacomb. Or see if there's an adventuring group that's due back soon.
So there aren't really any due dates or timelines for the adventurers that are out. You did not see the adventurers that came up here. They didn't pass you back to go into town or out. They just seem to have disappeared as you saw them turn. Still a ways away. You were like 3 tiers down still. But yeah, they
can I
seem
go up
to just
see if there are any new names on the nameplates?
You could, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
So as you walk up and look around, you don't notice any new names. There aren't any new hues on the doors. There are still blank ones, and Tulio's door is still open. And there's still a fresh, warm pot of coffee, as you can smell inside.
I'm not gonna shut his door. I know what happens when that door shut. So if he left it open, I'm gonna keep that open for run downstairs and I guess chill and wait for the others to.
I would give me a perception check.
$18 plus 3, 21.
You notice that the door to the lost and found, or the catacombs, is open. But you don't remember if Buford closed it whenever he left earlier. So you don't know if that's coincidental or not.
Well, like to shut that
Okay.
for sure. I've seen horror movies. I know what happens when you stick your fucking head down a hole and no one else is in the house with you.
Don't be a victim.
But you could have a decent reasoning of you are protected now in this town, as you are integrated to its convenience magic, and there's definitely some type of protection for the civilians, right? So why wouldn't there be for you?
Yeah, but Kronk's died so many fucking times at this point.
He's kind of skittish.
That's very fair and valid.
He's very skittish after dying so many times.
A brass brazier doesn't exist on D&D Beyond, so I'm going to rename a jug or a beaker.
That works.
So, yeah, I'm gonna shut it and lock it back.
My sheet should be updated.
But so we are going to cut over to
Do we want to take 10?
I mean, we've been at it for what, 2 hours?
Take 15?
Yeah, we're at 2 hours 7 minutes. So if we want to call it there for the night, that'd be good.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm burnt. I'm gonna go take a shower.
Valid.
That works.
I go